antisocial network.
Yeah. Mask up, stay 6 feet apart.
Yeah, right.
Here we go.
Welcome once again to YUH with Lisa, Phil, and Aaron. This week we are discussing the movies of Wes Anderson. I know that Aaron is a super fan, and we have a cast of characters this week. Jeremy and Harley are joining us from The Joker and Harley, or Harley and the Joker, as it should be.
You're right the first time.
And then
You're right the
we
first
have,
time.
please.
He's trying to say you were right the first time, but he's full of shit, as they say.
Yes, he is. And we are also joined by Dean, whom we have talked about too recently.
Family plot.
Yep, family plot. And Mike. Hi, Mike. Hi, Dean.
Hello.
I'll let you guys do little bios.
Hello.
We'll do that later.
Yeah, we'll get
Hi, Mike.
socials.
Yeah, because we only have an hour, so we'll do
Greetings
that.
to author Mike Hildig.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Right. Author of Judgment Day and Other White Lies.
Yep.
Dean is also an author.
An author, stand-up comic. He's been with us before.
And a spectacular male stripper.
Former spectacular fat male stripper. Get that.
Unforgettably.
A spectacular male former stripper. How's that?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
His dirty deeds are available online should you be interested. Aaron,
And why
if you
would
want
you
to
be?
go ahead and put forth on Wes Anderson, please.
Yeah, his movies are really cool.
Yeah, movies are
Yeah.
really cool. Born 1969 in Houston, Texas, which I know some people from Texas other than Mike, and some of the people that I know sometimes say Texas is not part, or Houston is not part of Texas. And I think that's
Mostly Texans.
yeah. So it's very different from the rest of the state, it seems. And Wes kind of is.
Are you confusing
falls
it
into-
with Austin?
What's that?
Are you confusing Houston with Austin?
I saw that he was born in Houston.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh
the
no,
view-
Means keep
no, I'm
Austin
not. I'm
real.
not actually. My
Okay.
boss is from Dallas, and he
Okay.
shits all over Houston all the time because he's very conservative. But Houston apparently does not really fall in line with. In Austin, Austin has that awesome music scene and everything. But
Like a lot of places.
what's
a lot
that?
of places. Texas, the big cities, Dallas, Houston, tend to be fairly blue, but wide swaths of the state are rural red, which is red. But yeah, that is now for an official position, like from the politicians, you'll get sort of a red line, but in most states, the big cities tend to be blue.
Yeah. Well, I know Mike is from Houston, so I know Mike might have some things to say about it.
Insights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Houston's a pretty metropolitan. I mean, it's the most diverse city in the country. It's a pretty metropolitan place. People tend to be, fairly progressive. I mean, I think like a lot of people in Houston are just. It's a big sprawling city without a whole lot of public transportation. We don't have zoning. We don't really have like a central district, so stuff's just kind of going on all over the place. So it's kind of a city where people work and kind of want to be left alone, I suppose. But yeah, I like living in Houston. It's a cool place.
Right. It's got a nice little coast, right? I mean,
yeah,
so
we're about 45 minutes from Galveston, which is like right on the beach. So yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how that informs Wes Anderson, other than like Houston, he's rather offbeat. He's a little different cat from your normal director. He's not that. He's not doing Marvel movies. He's not doing murder mysteries. He's really very inventive, and especially so in his cinematography. You can tell a Wes Anderson movie when you see it within seconds, just because of the way it's shot. It's almost got. when I was watching, I watched the several films leading up to this, and I was like, it almost reminded me of animation, and in particular, like Peanuts, Charles Schwartz comic
Schultz.
strip.
Charles Schultz.
Thinking-
Yeah, Schultz, right.
them now.
I might have Schwartzman and
And-
Schultz mixed up here.
And yeah, I definitely got that vibe, but I felt like more like if you flash freeze any scene from a Wes Anderson movie, it looks like it was painted by an artist almost. It's got that what they used to call when I was a kid artistic balance.
Yeah,
Mhm.
certainly from Rushmore, or certainly after Rushmore.
Yes. Rushmore was more of a
Rushmore and Bottle Rocket were a little more. They
They were
Wes
movies,
hadn't
more
quite
traditional
locked
movies.
into that diorama thing yet.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Tenenbaums, it really popped out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I've heard it described as a diorama or a shadow box effect, but it's engaging.
Almost like watching a play for me.
Yeah, and some things that Wes is obsessed with are plays, Jacques Cousteau, and the New Yorker magazine. When he was young, he somehow got into the New Yorker. I think he went to the library where they had them all bound together. And so he got a subscription to the New Yorker as a kid and bound them all together, and found out that was like a terrible way to handle his magazines in the long run. But that ended up informing the French Dispatch. It was his love letter to the New Yorker.
See,
Yeah.
that's the type of background I was looking for.
I can see
Thank
that.
you very much.
And then in Rushmore, you can see he's got a lot of little Jacques Cousteau nods, and then you get The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He kind of he projects the things that he's obsessed with. I think space. That's another
Which is
one.
perfectly
Aliens.
reasonable.
Right. And when you watch his films, you see certain actors that are used over and over. Bill Murray, most prominently, maybe.
Well, the Wilson brothers.
I was gonna
he
say
kind of grew up
Owen
with
Luke.
them.
Yeah, Owen and
Mhm.
Luke Wilson tend to turn up a lot.
Well,
Jason Schwartzman is their cousin.
I did not know
I
that.
didn't know that. Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Hmm.
But yeah, Schwartzman and Murray they both joined the Wes universe in Rushmore.
So Owen went to school with him. I guess it was the University of Houston.
Texas.
University of Texas. He was at the Missioner Center, which is like a pretty famous creative writing program. But yeah, so
And it seems like Wes got his start with a short film called Bottle Rocket that starred Owen and his brother
Luke.
Luke.
Yep.
And it's a crime. It reminded me a little bit of a Tarantino movie or a Pulp Fiction type scenario or something.
Hmm.
But of course, they're comic actors, and it's I've only seen the short, but I want to see the full feature. But
Yeah, I've only seen the full feature, and now I'm kind of interested in seeing the short.
yeah,
Well,
kind of
Was James Caan in the short?
no, but I did see a preview where he is in the feature.
Well, didn't Owen like co-write that
He did.
film?
Mhm.
Which
He
I didn't
certainly
know
co-wrote
Owen
Bottle
Wilson had
Rocket.
writing credits.
Yeah, as Owen C. Wilson, I think.
yeah, I think weren't Owen Wilson and Wes Anderson like best friends growing up or something? I could be
They-
wrong with that.
They knew each other at a pretty young age, I think.
Okay.
All right. So other than his movie, seems to be a pretty normal dude. But I prepared a little montage of his films here that I'll run here real quick before we dive into our picks.
Groovy.
Hold it right there. Now we need to bring about 2% more in. Good. Here we go. A little bit more. A little bit more. That looks good. Let's get that bottom structure really settled in. Let's bring in the side unit. Watch out. Try to be careful with the branches here, guys. Don't peel away the bark.
Redford, pull! I saw that. How fast were you just going?
Safety test, sir.
Come again?
The vehicle appears to be in good working order. I'm just checking if...
Reckless cycling, second warning. Next time I take away the keys.
Let's make an agreement. I want us to become brothers again like we used to be, and for us to find ourselves and bond with each other. Can we agree to that?
Okay.
Yeah. B, I want us to make this trip a spiritual journey where each of us seek the unknown and we learn about it. Can we agree to that?
Sure. I guess so.
C, I want us to be completely open and say yes to everything, even if it's shocking and painful. Can we agree to that?
Life, what's he feeling right now, Tex Hayward?
I don't know, Jim. There's obviously something wrong with him. He's taken off his shoes and one of his socks, and actually, I think he's crying.
Number one, the bank want a drug screen for everyone on the crew before they forward the money.
A piss test?
Yes, a piss test. Two, a stooge from the bond company will be riding everywhere during the whole shoot to keep you on budget.
Who's the stooge?
A chap by the name of Bill Newbell, and there's not a damn thing you can do about that, Steve. Three, you must swear, legally swear, that you'll not kill that shark, whatever it is, if it actually exists.
Experience.
Hotel Kinski, kitchen boy, 6 months. Hotel Berlitz, mop and broom boy, 3 months. Before that, I was a skillet scrubber.
Experience 0.
This is the island of New Penzance. 16 miles long, forested with old-growth pine and maple, crisscrossed by shallow tidal creeks, Chickasaw territory.
Where are they going again? They're gonna go work on a shrimper, if I understand correctly.
I wish them well. Me too. Me too.
There are no paved roads, but here comes Jed with the mail.
But here's my advice to the rest of you. Take dead aim on the rich boys. Get them in the crosshairs and take them down.
All right.
Cool.
So maybe that sets the tone a little bit. Aaron, you kind of handle the game show part of the program, so
Yeah, I usually roll dice to see who goes in what order, but I'm gonna start. I want to go last, so I'm gonna start with Jeremy and go clockwise as I see the windows here.
okay.
Yes, son of a bitch. All right. Yeah, like I said, I don't get time to watch movies anymore. So I've only seen a few of his movies. But I gotta go with Fantastic Mr. Fox. That's one of my favorite animated movies of all time because it's just so geniusly put together. It's actually based on like a real set of tales, like a not Grimm Brothers, but something similar. It's set in a real set of, I think, French tales, and it's freaking hilarious how well he did it and stuck to it. So I'm going with that one.
Okay. That's sort of an anime style, right?
It's completely animated.
It's it's not anime. It's
Not
like
anime.
stop motion.
Right.
Yeah,
But it's so well done.
It's animated.
It's very strange. His animations are always very. He does the stop motion in a way that's so different from everybody else. It's always like unique. It's almost hard to watch them because of the way they're animated, but it's just such dry humor. It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does more traditional animation in some of the other movies, like just in parts of them. The Life Aquatic, all the sea life, is animated or at least drawn on, and the French Dispatch had an animated segment at the end. Asteroid City had an animated segment with the alien. Jeff Goldblum was the alien.
Of course he was.
Well, Jeff Goldblum is an alien, but that's a whole other.
He's great as Hennessy too in The Life Aquatic, but I think I interrupted Jeremy there.
Nah, I had nothing else really. I mean, it's the funny thing is with the movies I've seen the most of his are his animated movies. I don't know why. It's just the way it kind of happened.
With kids?
Have you seen Isle of Dogs?
No, my kids don't even watch these. I watched Fantastic Mr. Fox, I think, for Bracket Bitches show.
It's based on a Roald Dahl book, actually.
Oh yeah, it's a doll book. That's what it is. I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of
another of his obsessions as a kid.
I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of Bernard the Fox, the French thing I'm thinking of. But yeah, Yeah, Roald Dahl. Any Roald Dahl adaptation, I'll watch. That's always a good fucking time.
Did you watch the Henry Sugar Wes Anderson adaptation on Netflix?
I have not yet. No, I'm like I said, I don't get time to watch it anymore. It's my TV's always Miss Rachel or Sesame Street.
All right, Harley.
Well, wait a minute. I have one question. Like, when did he start doing? When did he do that film? Because it's such a departure from
2009.
Okay, it's kind of a departure from everything else he did. You know.
Well, I mean, 9 years.
Isle of Dogs is completely animated too. Same way.
I was gonna say that came out. Literally came out 9 years later. It seems like every 9 years he does animation, but
right. I'd be interested to know what his technique. I mean, with that stop motion, I mean, is it literally like back in the day when you had Rudolph and
it looks like that. It's very similar to that.
Frame by frame.
It's smoother though.
Yeah.
Less jerky.
Well, it's much smoother, and it sort of reminds me almost of paper cutouts.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's very unique.
Yeah, it doesn't have that the model thing. It's more like, yeah, like you said, paper cutouts. Like they didn't make models, they made drawings. And they moved the drawings.
Okay.
That's how
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Oh yeah. It's definite. All of his. No one can say his movies aren't well done and somewhat brilliant.
Yeah. I'm overdue for a rewatch of Mr. Fox for sure.
Yeah.
We haven't even mentioned George Clooney and who's the female voice lead? I forget.
In Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
Oh. Jeremy.
Someone equally famous almost as George Clooney, if I remember. I'll find out. Meantime, Harley, are you ready?
Well, my pick, I haven't seen very many of his movies, but my pick is the Royal Tanenbaums. That's probably my favorite that I have seen of his movies because of the fact that it explores like the family dynamics in most people have in their own lives, like the redemption, the coming back from abandoning your family, the fact that the children are all gifted in their own way, just the fact that most people experience some of what they go through. So that's why I picked that one.
Right on. I did look up the female lead, Meryl Streep, of Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
anything she's in is good.
So
you broke up a little bit there, Dan. What was that?
I said what you're saying is the baby.
Oh, the dingoes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Royal Tanenbaums, that's ironically when we were visiting Aaron in California, it's been about 4 years now, I guess. It was around Halloween, and his entire family was going as the Royal Tanenbaums. So it was, and we actually watched the movie.
Well, except for I think Eli.
Oh yeah, he was going as like he was going to be.
He had his own thing going on. Part of his Godzilla adjacent universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
no, he was he the guy from The Returner, another Japanese movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He had like a 3D gun that he.
Yeah, that's it.
And so we watched the movie while we were there. So obviously, I think Luca
that
may
may
be a big
have been
fan.
your first awareness of Wes Anderson movies as Wes Anderson movies, in my opinion.
Probably so. I can't say that I gravitated to his movies at any point. I never saw Rushmore up until this week, for instance.
Right.
But Gene Hackman just really stood out in that movie as far as I was concerned. It was one of his. I wouldn't say it was his last great role, but I would.
His only role after that was I Heart Huckabees, I think.
Okay, well maybe it was.
No, his last role was in Welcome to Mooseport.
Welcome to Newsport. You're right.
He played Verse Ray Romano. It's a hilarious movie.
I had the wrong disappointing Moody.
And I love Owen Wilson in this movie because how he acted. He acted like a smug prick, but that's most of how he acts in most of his movies, anyways. Yeah. But I like Owen Wilson, so that drew me to the movie, anyways.
That's an idea for a future Rotisserie Cinema. Owen Wilson movies. That's a good selection.
Yeah. Or
a lot of overlap. A lot of overlap with this one, though.
He's done a lot of movies that are not.
I know. Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's got Ben Stiller in a straight man sort of role.
Yeah.
Which he actually does really well, but he doesn't always do that in all of his own movies and stuff. So.
Right. I'm not a huge Ben Stiller fan, but he did really, really well in this movie. Reality Bites too. Same kind of deal. He was just a straight play, and he was good in it.
Ben Stiller's the man. Freaking Meet the Parents movies.
I like Ben Stiller quite a bit in some things, and in others, like
you know what? His old show was brilliant. The one he had on Fox in the early Fox days.
What the show he never got on was brilliant. Heat Vision and Jack. Oh, I love that show.
Yeah. Well, of course, the
Ben Stiller show was good though.
I'm sorry, I'm probably an outlier, but I loved him in Zoolander. I thought it was hilarious.
I have not seen it yet.
Some people love it.
Funny.
I haven't seen it, to be honest.
Zoolander is hilarious.
Well, Owen Wilson was in that too.
I love Ben Stiller. Like those two when they're together in movies, it's like it meshes well.
Yeah, I was going to say I actually like
really,
Starsky
really
and Hutch.
well.
Yeah,
like that's one of my that movie is so amazingly perfect in every way.
Wasn't Snoop Dogg Huggy Bear?
Yeah.
Yeah. One
thing I think it was very well done, and the overtones of gay ambiguity were. I found them hilarious.
Well, Starsky was so serious. You know, he was so uptight, and Hutch was always trying to get him to,
to loosen up.
Loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
And that was funny. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that scene where he freaking ends up taking the drug, like drinking the Coke. It's freaking hilarious. Like, it's freaking hilarious how he acts.
I deeply love Ben Stiller in most things, but like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty was just unforgivable. It was just so bad.
He does these artsy things like that where he flops. Yeah.
I feel like they were aiming for the same reaction that Forrest Gump got. I just felt like that was trying to be a Forrest Gump kind of, to be on that same platter. And it missed, in my opinion.
Wasn't Wilson?
There were bits of it that were excellent, but I felt like his character was almost unnecessary.
Well, it's like watch the original with Danny Kaye. Watch the one with Ben Stiller. See which one you like
Danny
better.
Kaye,
Danny Kaye wins.
Yeah. But
to pocket.
But I feel like I feel like it like went from he always fantasized to he did shit. There was no marriage of the two.
Well, I liked Wilson in was it Meet the Parents, where he made the entire gazebo out of a single tree.
And then it got burnt down.
He's like such a passive aggressive prick in that, and I think that's exactly what you're talking about, Harley. Is that he's good at playing that type of.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
Just into your skin. So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, him and Wedding Crashers is the same thing. Like he's just such an.
I liked Wedding Crashers. That was funny.
God.
Yeah.
So many. He's been. I'm telling you, Owen Wilson. He's been in so many good movies. Like it'd be a hard pick.
Aside from that, we got Gwyneth Paltrow in what's probably her last good role.
What is that, Aaron?
Margot. We're back at. I'm back on.
The Royal Tanenbaums.
Oh, the
Royal Tanenbaums. I was going to say.
Thank you for getting us back on track, Aaron.
Yeah.
Good job.
Right.
And the Alec Baldwin narration was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of
Danny Glover was low key cool, and Pagoda, rest in peace, Kumar, whatever his name was.
Yeah, that's a good pick. All right, so we got Mike. Got Mike.
Yep. What? Hi.
Yeah. This is hard. So, like Wes Anderson was like making I think Bottle Rocket came out in like '96, so I would have been like 14, 15. So like he was making movies like right as I was getting into indie films, and like I got a copy of Bottle Rocket pretty early. I like bought it from a Blockbuster video used or something like that, and just like absolutely loved that movie. So I kind of like came to being a film fan watching Wes Anderson movies. I think, but for me, it's between Rushmore and The Life Aquatic. I think I'm gonna go with Rushmore because that was like the first one that like I really. I mean, I love Bottle Rocket, but Rushmore was like a perfect movie to me when it came out. It was also filmed in Houston. Part of it was shot at the church I went to growing up, like the scenes in the play in that hall. That was like the parish hall of our church. And then parts of it were also shot at like Lamar High School. I didn't go there, but I had a lot of friends that did. St. John's. So I think Bill Murray is hilarious in that movie, and so is Jason Schwartzman. But
Schwartzman's hilarious too.
It's really it's just like great characters, just a really offbeat kind of film. Kind of just people doing really crappy things to each other throughout the movie over and over again. This like fight between a grown man and a high school student for this woman's attention. It was just a funny, different movie, and it came out at a time when I was really getting into indie films, and I just really loved it. So yeah.
I always wanted to be in one of your fucking films.
Yeah.
I love the fact that the ultimate love story in the movie was between Schwartzman and damn, how did I lose his name that quick?
Bill Murray.
Bill
Murray.
Oh
yeah. Thank you.
Well, yeah, they were both pursuing the first grade teacher, Mrs. Was it Cook or Mrs.
Carson? I don't know.
But of course, Max wanted, he wanted to, he'd fallen in love with her, and he wanted to work through Bill Murray to capitalize on his expertise and life experience to try to get an in with her. And it turns out,
Plus, he wanted the money to buy her affection.
Yeah,
from Bill Murray.
It turns out Bill Murray fell in love with her, and so then they had a sort of a war going. But what I loved about that movie is that Max sort of became like a surrogate son of his, because Bill Murray's character was kind of a self-made millionaire, and he had no respect for his sons who were born into wealth. He was really turned off by them. In fact, he was.
Well, it wasn't so much they were born into wealth as they made no sense to him.
Yeah,
they were both, He-Man Bohunk types, and he was more intellectual.
Right, he was. They were wrestlers.
He didn't understand them.
Yeah.
Well, and there is like a class politics element happening in that film where like Jason Statham's character has like this scholarship to this top-notch private school. He's like this kid that's more interested in extracurriculars than academics, and
absolutely
and has a falling out with that school, and then doesn't fit in and now at a public high school either. And so he's like, it's a story about a weird quirky kid who's like trying to pretend to be this upper class kid when he's not, and it's got that element to the film as well. So yeah,
true.
He had Max kind of got by on his wits, so he was always doing extracurricular activities. He wasn't doing so well in the advanced studies that he actually failed out of the Rushmore Academy or got booted out.
Yeah, he got booted out because of the incident. Well, the final incident. Final straw was when he tried to break ground on the baseball field to build an aquarium.
So I think Herman kind of admired his moxie,
Yeah.
Mrs. Cross, that was her name.
Cross, yes.
Rushmore is the first Wes Anderson movie I saw. It's when I was working at Disney, and Disney was distributing Wes Anderson. I saw it at a trade screening before it was released. I was all excited because it was a Bill Murray movie.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I watched it, and then I went back and some point when I got Netflix, one of the first things that I rented was Bottle Rocket after that, just to check it out. And next one was the next one after this, Tenenbaums, I believe.
Yeah, Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
I think like, and also with Bill Murray, I think like sometimes like a director and an actor really bring out the best in each other, and I think like I think that Wes Anderson sort of gives Bill Murray permission to be fully Bill Murray in a way that other
I
films
feel
haven't.
like Bill Murray's performances for Wes Anderson are better than in the majority for other,
Well, they're all written for him too.
right. Let me ask you, was he supposed to be in the Royal Tanenbaums and it didn't work out for some reason?
He is in the Royal Tanenbaums. He's Margot's husband.
Oh, right. Okay, never mind. I was thinking he was originally supposed to be the father.
No, that was written for Gene Hackman.
Mm-hmm.
And that was written for Gene Hackman before he knew he even had Gene Hackman, before he asked Gene Hackman.
Then it seemed like Murray's career was kind of on life support after he got fired off Charlie's Angels. Because weren't there some reports that
there were a lot of reports that he was very difficult to work with.
I never felt like his career was ever on life support. He's really an interesting character. He doesn't do business the same way a lot of people in Hollywood do.
Right. He does it all by answering machine or voicemail.
He's such an interesting guy. And even if you go back to the Saturday Night Live stuff, like he did a sketch once where he basically did this long sketch about how he wasn't funny, because people at the time were saying he wasn't funny because he was more of a method actor, whereas everybody else came from sort of an improvisational background. And so it took him a while to ape into that style. But that whole thing was kind of his idea. And I mean, Bill's an interesting character. My favorite bit part he's ever done was in the movie Zombie.
Oh, yes. Love that.
Especially the end. Any regrets? Maybe Garfield. I died laughing.
I have to agree with that. Cameo was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I have to agree with his own assessment too.
He was really good. There's a Jim Jarmusch film called Coffee and Cigarettes.
Yeah,
where he does a scene with the Wu-Tang Clan that's pretty funny.
Isn't David Lynch in that too?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people in that movie. So, yeah.
I haven't watched that in a long time. All right. Next up, we've got Dean and Family Plot.
My original pick, but I have a backup. My original pick was Rushmore, but I thought someone else might well take it for the reasons stated.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with his newest, The Phoenician Scheme.
Ooh.
That letterbox thing.
That's his only film I've not seen.
Like he cannot. That shadow boxing, he can't get any better than he did in the Phoenician Scheme. I mean, literally, unless he just starts framing scenes, he's not going to get any closer to making like art on screen. Other than that, it reminds me a lot of Royal Tanenbaums in that it's a story about there's other things thrown in, but there was other things thrown into the Royal Tanenbaums. But it's really, at the end of the day, a story about Korba and his family. And I mean, between the visual style and between just it being full of people I like and it being just an interesting story that kept me going, Phoenician Scheme. That'll be my pick.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see that.
Lisa and I've seen it.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. Yeah, it was good. It didn't engage me the way that some of the other films did, but I did appreciate it. Was funny. There's dark humor in it. It was really
Very much so.
very, and there was a degree of violence in it that you don't see in all of his films.
No.
But it was still handled
in a humorous way.
Yeah.
It was funny violence.
And yeah, I liked his relationship with his daughter.
She's a nun, right? Or
Yeah, she's a nun, but she
becoming
actually
one,
gets
and
kicked
then
out.
she's- Oh,
She
she's
winds
kicked
up
out.
getting kicked out of the nunnery because she's too materialistic.
Ah.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen till towards the end, I think.
And I feel like that was more of the influence, like maybe her father kind of suggested they kick her out, and he made a donation to get her kicked out.
Very
And
very
so
much
then-
so, because I just know that at the end, when they're running their little bistro and then they sit down and play cards, to me that makes it a movie about a family, and
Right,
boom, I'm there.
In the end.
Check
And
the
that
name of the
was-
show I do.
I'm so excited that it's somebody's favorite pick. Because
That
I haven't seen it yet.
that was actually on my list.
It's supposed to be about. It's supposed to have like a Middle Eastern like imperialism element to it, right? Is that the right one? I haven't seen it yet.
Yes.
so-
Yeah. And I
Very
will
much
say that
It might be
Michael
by the time
Cera,
this
who-
episode drops, it might be on Peacock. It's going to be on like next week.
I will say that Michael Cera, who played
George Michael on Arrested Development.
Yep.
yes, he did, but he also. I was trying to think of one of the movies. It was cartoon. It was a comic book.
Oh, Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. Yes, he played Scott Pilgrim, which is still probably my favorite role of his. But
That's-
this one
that's a
comes
fun
in
movie.
close second. He
Yeah,
does a
this
great
one he
job
was
in
good
it.
in that. Now that was him in
And
the
thi-
movie.
This is Michael Cera not just being Michael Cera too, right?
No.
Yeah, no, he's
Right.
actually playing a character.
Yeah.
Oh, he does a good job.
He's like Norwegian or something.
It took me a while to figure out it was Michael Cera. I kept sitting there going, "Who is that?"
I knew from the trailers.
Right.
I tell you what, man, you close your eyes and you listen to Michael Cera, and then you listen to Will to Thrill.
Yeah.
It's not like the same person.
They've got similar speech mannerisms, I'd say.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll tell you, this is the movie where I finally figured out what I've been trying to get in almost every Wes Anderson movie, which is this. And hopefully they won't ding us for this. But if you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need.
Right.
I don't see why they would ding you for that.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not you're not playing the song. You're just quoting.
True.
one
I
line
just
of lyric.
I don't know. I don't know what they have problems with.
Yeah.
It's more you playing the song.
It's copyright infringement
okay.
that they would have
Okay.
problems with.
But yeah,
But
I
like if
feel
you're
like
singing it or it's not really the song.
Yeah. Hello, Cat.
Right.
It's like borrowing a comics material. If you attribute it, George Carlin always used to say, "Whatever."
Yeah,
It's
if
fine.
you attribute it. Yeah,
If you don't attribute it, that's when they have a problem.
that's fair.
Okay.
All right, I think next up is Phil.
Yeah, I like to point out that you just brought up the music, and his musical selections I find interesting.
Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, like Moonrise Kingdom. He highlighted that's my nomination, Moonrise Kingdom.
Perfect.
I found the use of the Hank Williams song. The chorus is Elijah, where he really just carries it out, and it's kind of Ozark tinged voice, but the name of the song is not Elijah. It's on the tip of my tongue, but it recurs throughout the film. And also they also use another Hank Williams song. I think they use Mio Mayo, or I don't know. There was another Hank Williams song in there, but Like the Life Aquatic, Life on Mars is another song that kind of recurs throughout that. I feel like there's messaging going on with his song selections, but he does a really good job. Rushmore in particular, the Who song that's in Rushmore, and then there's a John Lennon song in that. But
Oyoko and the quick one while he's away.
He has the Nick Drake song that played during like the suicide or the attempted suicide in Royal Tanenbaums. Like, is I think a pretty powerful use of music. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a kind of a master at his song selections, and it's
going
sparse.
back all the way to Bottle Rocket. He has Mark Mothersbaugh.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, and I love I forget the name of the musician, but the Portuguese guy who's doing the David Bowie songs in Portuguese.
Yeah,
really great.
in the Life Aquatic, I love that.
Yeah,
the characters they just call him Pele.
Yeah,
and it closes out with a punk
Mark
song.
Mothersbaugh, star of Devo and the Aquabats, which was my favorite.
Closes with Queen Bitch, I think. Diva and the Aquabats.
But okay, so the movie, real quickly, Moonrise Kingdom. I feel like Wes Anderson's at his best when he actually has kids in his movies, because his characters are almost childlike to begin with. Bill Murray is the most childlike adult actor you can find.
Really.
And
you could probably just cut actor off that. He's the most childlike adult.
Right.
Now that Paul Rubens is gone anyway.
And when he writes for characters that are kids, it seems like Wes Anderson really excels. It's most engaging to me. Like this character, Sam, he's an orphan. He falls in love with a girl that's part of a small...
She's a raven.
But
what kind of bird are you?
I'm sorry, Aaron.
What kind of bird are you?
Yeah,
I'm a raven.
So I think that the whole story is great. The way that he kind of takes the bull by the horns. He's kind of an unassuming kid. I think they even said he's the most unpopular kid in the cocky scout group. You know, how do you go ahead and determine somebody's most unpopular kid?
The khaki scouts.
Trust me, it's not that hard.
Yeah. But then, Bruce
Khaki Scouts is a hilarious name for the Boy Scouts.
Yeah. And it's like a military unit, sort of similar to the Life Aquatic. That was kind of interesting. But he goes AWOL. Sam goes AWOL, and he has this adventure with his girlfriend. And there's some controversial moments.
Got to mention Harvey Keitel getting shaved.
Right. Harvey Keitel is in this. Yeah.
What did he get?
Correct. When he's getting shaved by somebody every day, Harvey Keitel, it just something about it just cracks me up. Continue, please. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. My original choice was also Rushmore, but I like this Moonrise Kingdom. I liked almost as much. Everybody did a great job in it, including the Scoutmaster.
Edward
Norton. He was really good. Bruce Willis was great. Bill Murray was great. Just a great movie.
Yeah, I've never been a huge Edward Norton fan, but this is my favorite Edward Norton role, I think.
Oh, really? I really like Edward Norton. I think he's pretty incredible in a lot of
my
different
favorite
stuff.
Ed Norton role is still Smoochie.
Yeah,
I like him. I like him in that. I think he's really great in in Primal Fear, that weird Richard Gere movie where he plays the villain. That was like the first thing he was in, but he's also in Rounders. He was good in that movie. But yeah, he's been pretty good.
I haven't seen either of those. Maybe I just haven't seen enough of his movies.
Yeah. Moonrise Kingdom is I really like that one. To me it connects. I mean, it's not the same type of movie, but I think like thematically it really hits on a lot of the same things Royal Tanenbaums is hitting on. It's like, except as Phil was saying, it's like with the actual kids, right? And I think like Tanenbaums is a movie where you have these like kids or these adults that can't move past their weird childhood.
Right.
So, but I mean, I feel like Moonrise Kingdom is like the type of childhood that produces that kind of adult. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it just kind of felt like
No, I get it.
There, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the little historian guy, the weatherman, whatever he is, too. It keeps popping up, narrating things.
Right. About the northeastern.
Nor'easter.
Yeah,
The nor'easter and the geographical qualities of everything.
Right. What was the name of the city?
He's like a voice of God almost. He knows everything. He's
kind
the
of like
omnipotent voice.
kind of like a Greek chorus.
And he just pops up. Yeah.
And I can see that as a good way to advance a story.
Yeah.
New Penzance is the name of the.
New Penzance.
Yeah, it's like
and their house is called Summer's End.
Yeah. The nor'easter's kind of like a character in the movie. Actually,
It really is the storm.
Yeah, it's understated for the longest time, but when it arrives, it's like, oh shit, you know, the sky is getting violent all of a sudden.
And I guess I was reading a little bit about Moonrise Kingdom, and he was in the Noise Flood, whatever that story about the Ark. As a child, he was a player in that that they put on at the camp or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of autobiographical, but about like his first love or whatever, his first feelings toward another girl that I don't think he acted on, but Tchaikovsky does.
All right, that's my pick.
Nice pick. I think that is my that was my number one.
Okay. Little sleight of hand, because I don't think you listed that.
No, I did yesterday. If you looked at the thing.
Well,
he was busy watching the movies and baseball.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, that brings up Lisa. I forgot to put my own name on here.
And I am going to throw Asteroid City out there.
Oh, interesting.
I enjoyed the deadpan absurdity is how I think of Wes Anderson. It's absurd, but it's deadpan. I liked that there wasn't a lot of like evil plot in this, if you will. It was almost happier from the start.
The government was a little evil in it.
Well, yeah.
Till the alien came.
I mean, a little,
well, especially
evil.
after the alien came.
Right. There's a little evil, but I guess I mean from the start. It started a little bit more upbeat. I liked the kid that played his son in this. I liked Schwartzman almost does feel like a grown-up version of the character from Rushmore in some way.
He was not upbeat at all. He was terribly depressed.
Yeah. I get that. But I still feel a connection to those two characters. Maybe it's just me.
I froze there. I missed a second. Sorry.
I was just saying I felt a connection to those two characters because I felt the darkness in both of them.
So it wasn't all upbeat from the beginning.
No, but I just meant overall that
like Ben Stiller's character, Schwartzman's character had just lost his wife too. That's another recurring Wes theme, it seems.
We saw that one in the theater. We actually went to see.
Yeah, we went to see Asteroid City at the theater because we had already been talking about doing a Wes Anderson
cool
movie thing.
The lighting is so weird in that one, though.
I know. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was like.
I didn't mean weird in a bad sense.
Lit.
Yeah.
It was very bright.
It was filmed in the middle of the desert with no filters or something.
Yeah.
This is not meant as a criticism. It's actually kind of a positive. And I don't know if you'll get this if you're below a certain age. But if comedian Stephen Wright were to write a science fiction movie, it would be a lot like
it's totally
Asteroid
that
City.
deadpan, yeah.
I don't
Absolutely.
disagree. Yeah.
I have a light switch in my apartment.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything. I turn it on, I turn it off, I turn it on, I turn it off. Finally, I heard from this woman in Cleveland. She said, "Cut it out."
Yeah.
I often wonder about that. We have a similar light switch. Growing up, we moved a lot, and we almost always had a mysterious light switch that we couldn't figure out what it did.
Yeah. It went to an outlet you weren't checking.
Check
Yeah.
your living room.
What's that, Harley?
Check the living room. We have one that's in the dining room, but it controls like plugs in the living
Yeah,
room.
no, that's what we've looked at.
That reminds
You
me
know,
of Christmas Vacation.
We don't have one
Yeah.
here, actually. We do have a plug that does nothing, but we don't have a light switch that does nothing. Although our in our kitchen, there's two light switches, one on top of the other, and they both control the same things. So, and I think originally one was supposed to be for the outside light, for like the deck light.
I got
and
us off
one was
track with the
supposed to
Stephen
be
Wright
for the
joke.
fans. What's that, Aaron?
I said I got us off track with the Stephen Wright joke.
Yes.
We're coming up on the hour pretty soon. Any
Right.
more
All
on
right.
Asteroid City?
I'm
Anybody?
good. I feel like I've said most of what I wanted. I think maybe it was the lighting that made it seem more positive, because admittedly all the characters were a little down key, and a little bit,
But I love the look. I love the look at it. Man, like Tom
Right.
Hanks himself looked like a prop. I mean,
Right.
It was just like all white. he
Yeah,
was
he
like-
What's his name? Is it Jeffrey Wright?
Yeah.
Every time he speaks, man, it's just amazing in that movie. That he's like the colonel or whatever in charge.
He was released to be as ridiculously silly as he wanted to be, and I
Mhm.
think he fulfilled the brief.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, Aaron. So let's have yours.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look here on my rankings. Number 1 was Moonrise Kingdom. Number 2 is The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
I'm glad you picked that one.
It's the funniest Wes movie, I think, for sure. Life Aquatic. We got to talk about how dogs end up in Wes's movies too. It's never good.
Right.
Oh, yeah, watch all the dogs. Trust me.
I love dog. Yeah, and everything with a dog in it. It seems like the dog either gets killed. What was his dog's name in Moonrise Kingdom? Snoopy took an arrow, friendly fire. The dog in Tanenbaums in a car hit it and then like run into the building.
Is that like a childhood trauma thing?
I don't know.
That is interesting now.
But yeah, there's the three-legged dog that gets kind of abandoned on one of the islands in The Life Aquatic. It's everything's hilarious in it. I love the whole Bond Company stooge thing. Who's the actor that played him from Harold and Maude?
I know who you're talking about. The name escapes me, and as soon as the show is over, I'll remember it and I'll scream it out loud, and no one will be here to hear it.
That's right.
Because that's the way my brain works.
Yeah, right. I wish I'd have said that back 2 hours ago.
And I have to actually find him now. Angelica Houston's great in that.
Yeah.
Now that I can see Kate Blanchett, the whole Kate Blanchett storyline. She's the pregnant reporter,
right?
By her married editor, and both Steve Zissou and his newly discovered 30-year-old son Ned, who's Owen Wilson and Bill Murray, respectively.
Right.
Willem Dafoe is Klaus.
Yeah.
He's so jealous of Owen Wilson, of Ned, from the beginning. He might have sabotaged him. I blame at least Klaus's negligence for Ned's death.
I feel like Life Aquatic is one of those kind of movies that, as a director, you can like
Bud
Tenenbaums was
Court.
like
Bud Court. Sorry.
like
Go ahead.
like oh no, Tenenbaums was like this wildly successful, and all the jokes in Tenenbaums are like very obvious and like in a good way, you know. But like
Mhm.
Life Aquatic, it feels like he was kind of given this great reception, so he's just like, I'm just gonna make the weirdest movie I could
Yeah.
possibly make,
And then
and be allowed
Disney's
to do it.
after that, Disney said, "Okay, we're done with you," unfortunately. And he
But
went to
And
what,
then,
Fox after that, I think.
well, there was the whole semi-incestuous storyline, and the Royal Tanenbaums and a movie called Hotel New Hampshire came out around the same time here in Cincinnati, and we went to see Hotel New Hampshire, and that definitely had an incest storyline, a very
Yeah,
very
I read the
major.
book. I never saw the movie.
Right, it's all right. My friends were completely offended and were upset with me for not being more offended. And I was like, I'm half
Movie.
hillbilly.
Yeah,
My
it's not-
great uncle's married to his cousin. Get over it. But at least with the Royal Tanenbaums, they're adopted siblings. So there's that. And they fought
You know what's
for attraction.
You know what really confuses me? I'm already always confusing Kate Blanchett and Kate Winslet. And Kate Blanchett is in The Life Aquatic, but she plays Jane Winslet Richardson.
Probably on
That's-
purpose.
I can see. Yeah, I can see what
Yeah.
he might. I love Kate Blanchett though.
She's great in
plays
this.
women who are younger than she actually is because she's she's so
I just-
beautiful. So. But
Shout out to Seymour Cassell, who's in most of these. He was Esteban. Esteban was Eaton.
yeah, I tend to really like ship. I really liked pirate stories when I was a kid. And
Yeah, the whole nautical
Dick is
idea.
Always, yeah,
Cool.
no, Moby Dick's always been one of my favorite books, and I just like
No.
that, and it has some of that kind of throwback in there as well with the shark storylines.
There's a book I got at the library that was the art of Wes Anderson, and it had the set that he built for the ship, because it's a cross section. It's only half a ship, and there's people like running around in there. It's just
It's like
brilliant.
a dollhouse.
Yeah.
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 I'm sorry.
Lots of
Continue,
small-
Mike.
Oh no,
First thing
I just really like. I just think there's something about like the. I mean, I think that's what that movie gets so well. There's like something about the vastness and like the loneliness of the ocean and the like
Yeah.
being on a ship for a long period of time, and just kind of has this tendency to drive people crazy. And I think he just kind of brings all that energy to it in this really turned up kind of way where it's like it's really funny, but all the humor is like super cringy too. It's like the kind of laughing that makes you want to crawl out of your skin. It's it's an interesting movie. I really
First
like
thing I thought when I saw it was Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to turn to somebody and say,
it's absolutely Jacques Cousteau, and and he was obsessed with Cousteau as a kid, and I'm guessing that he wished Cousteau was his father, and that's sort of.
And at the end, they said that actually, I guess, creatives that were involved in the Jacques Cousteau program were advisors on this or involved somehow.
Yeah, it's a just like I mentioned, the French Dispatch is a love letter to the New Yorker. This is a love letter to Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah.
Although
Now-
they turn him into piece of shit Bill Murray for his dad issue purposes, I guess.
My only thing is maybe the abandonment of the dog on the island is a kind of a wink, wink, nod, nod to the Isle of Dogs.
Three-legged dog on the.
Right. But maybe it's a wink, wink, nod, nod to the Isle of Dogs.
Well, this is before the Isle of.
Yes.
Or do you mean the region in England that
Precursor.
the movie's based on? That's called Isle of Dogs. This like really polluty industrial section.